Good evening and welcome to the hashtag. Well, the end of August is here, which means the end of winter and, as is traditional, the beginning of spring at approximately the same time. Melbourne winter. It's been a good 3 months, but it's time to say a good old-fashioned goodbye and good riddance because, good God, it was awful. Spring, on the other hand, is much more good, and this fills me with an optimism which can only be described as optimal. Therefore, tonight I present a report on the weather in the form of a weather report. Thank you. First to Canberra. Not much happening weather-wise in Canberra at the moment. However, an enormous storm is expected to take place this afternoon when parliamentary question time kicks off. Thunderous clattering, the convergence of several cold fronts, and the Bureau has also detected a distinctive mass of hot air in the area. In Darwin, there are 2 or 3 showers expected later this evening, which is kind of disgusting when you consider how many people live there and that hygiene standards are fairly universal, I would have thought. Meanwhile, in Melbourne right now, it's fine and sunny, so get out there, grab your bathers and hit the beat. Sorry. I see. This just in, it's pissing down in Melbourne right now, so get on out there, grab your pyjamas and get them the hell off the washing line. Adelaide! In Adelaide there will be a mild shower this afternoon. To all Adelaide viewers, I do apologise for repeating myself. I am aware that the shower was already mentioned in Adelaide's top stories of the evening. However, to be fair, there is so little going on in your freaking boring city that the slightest breeze is guaranteed to make the front page any day of the week. And in fact, I would not be at all surprised to see that article cut out and framed and hung up in a bar next to the moon landing headline. Meanwhile, we head north to beautiful sunny Brisbane, and unfortunately I don't have anything to say about Brisbane because personally I find Queensland a very difficult state to make any jokes about. However, I do have a banana. Perhaps you'd like to bend it. In Alice Springs it will be hot and dry. Sorry about that. We recorded that footage 10 years ago and we're still getting away with replaying it every single day. Money saver. Sydney at the moment is looking good. The forecast seeming promising, with the Bureau currently predicting a strong chance of an AFL premiership at the city centre, bringing with it lots of happiness and sunshine. However, locals are being advised to take heed of what appears to be a terrible footy team emerging from the west, with new data indicating a significant risk of stray footballs crashing into your area whenever Carmichael Hunt is having a shot for goal at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Or the MCG for that matter, so it is advisable to please move all vehicles undercover and to take severe hailstorm precautions. Excuse me. These bizarre weather patterns are also being affected by the Gold Coast, where we see an area of extremely high pressure forming around Gary Ablett.
And Richmond missed the finals again.
Yes, a red alert tropical storm warning has been issued for New Zealand. Locals are being advised to immediately prepare for the worst, with the knowledge that Hurricane Isaac is now a mere 11,500 kilometres away off the coast of Puerto Rico. Interesting name for a hurricane. Isaac. Doesn't sound entirely threatening, does it? And do you think they could quite easily come up with a more dangerous sounding name for a Category 5 storm, given that there are more than 6.5 billion names in the world and that Hollywood celebrities are continuing to pull brand new names out of their arseholes every single day? Hurricane Thor, Hurricane Dwayne, Hurricane Apple, Conan, Bruce Banner, Hurricane Denzel. Isaac sounds like the kind of well-presented tropical storm that would wear a suit, use his manners, phone ahead, politely wipe his feet before entering, and be sure to tidy up everything before he left, before then returning home to form a pop group with his 2 cyclone brothers, Zach and Taylor. So anyway, that's weather, and now before we go, a quick look at some satellite images. Satellicious. And finally, as is traditional at the end of a news report, the one thing that remains for me to do is to make a pathetic attempt to come across as being playful and human by showing you all a short piece of heartwarming footage of some description, usually involving an animal or two, while I sit musing over the footage with a patronising grin on my face, chuckle insincerely, and most importantly, finish with a sickening pun to show you all how funny I am. Because that, my friends, is what makes a newsreader squeaky clean. My name's Ashley McPherson. There will be no updates during the evening. Cheerio. Drew a cat.